Oh, we have to have stagehands do that. Okay, go ahead and finish. Is there more adjusting that needs to happen?
There's one more.
Okay, let me just get it. Nadine suggested there's 4 chairs to remove. Nadine suggested we have more chairs. the one I left.
In preparation of this morning's ceremony, we ask that you please turn off your cell phones or place them on vibrate. Thank you. Welcome to the year 2022 New York University Rory Meyers College of Nursing graduation ceremony. Please rise. The Dean of the New York University Rory Meyers College of Nursing, Dr. Eileen Sullivan Marks.
Good morning. Here now, in the presence of members of the faculty and administration, the candidates for academic recognition and honored guests and friends, the New York University Rory Meyers College of Nursing graduation ceremony is convened. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by our Rory Meyers College of Nursing students and faculty member, Dr. Allison Squires.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. As the rockets twinkling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Please be seated.
Here's to another incredible year at NYU Meyers. I'm so happy to be here celebrating this occasion with you today in person. Some of you are entering and others continuing on a profession that quite literally changes the world. And you do this selfless work as society faces a litany of challenges: a pandemic, diseases, violence, global economic and political unrest, climate disruption, equity and social justice challenges. As a nurse, you will see all of their debilitating effects up close, and they are unsettling. Yet, with all of this, we see every day that nurses and nursing students have risen up and face all of this to bring health and care to everyone. I know firsthand it doesn't always feel like we are making a difference. Nurses can be exhausted, deflated, overworked. We see and hear unimaginable stories of sadness. We experience the traumatic loss of patients across the lifespan. What I want to tell you today is, even when it seems too onerous to accept this truth, know that you are indeed making the lives of your patients and their families better. Why? Because, as Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote in Broadway's Hamilton, when relating the story of the Compromise of 1790, and as I said to Thomas Cale, the director of Hamilton, you and all nurses are indeed in the room where it happens. Nurses are in hospitals, communities, schools, and boardrooms. There we see our patients and even a colleague or two at their most vulnerable. Nurses use that closeness and that vulnerability to solve problems relentlessly. We advocate for the voiceless and those on the margins. We work to right injustices. The power of our presence and our voices should never be underestimated. Always use your voice, not necessarily to shout loudly, but to be authentic and truthful. Speaking truth to power and to the powerless is a role that society has given us, and we have embraced, and why we are indeed the most trusted. So today, take great pride in choosing this noble work. It's hard, fulfilling, and worth it. The faculty and I have every confidence you are primed to do great and meaningful things, always as NYU Meyers graduates. I want to acknowledge Howard Meyers for his steadfast commitment to NYU, who could not be here today because he's at Davos, but he was with us at Yankee Stadium last week. The Meyers family continuing support and endowed gift to our college, named after Rory Meyers, herself a nurse who practiced for many years, has raised the game for scholarship and research support for schools of nursing around the country. Thanks to their generosity, we have enrolled 16 Meyers nursing scholars to date, first-generation traditional undergrad students who will receive a full tuition and living expense-supported education, and 6 more who will be joining in the fall. Our baccalaureate speaker this morning is a Meyers nursing scholar, Amberlynn Pataho, a graduate of the second cohort of scholars. Yes, a round of applause. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of New York University, Dr. Andrew Hamilton, who will speak to us in a pre-recorded video message. And he was so upset that he couldn't be here. He's in Abu Dhabi handing out diplomas to the NYU Abu Dhabi students. I know. I'm like, Andy. So let's give him a warm round of applause after. Let me tell you a little bit about Andrew Hamilton. He's the 16th president of New York University. During his tenure at NYU, nursing has been a priority for his presidency even before the COVID pandemic. He came to NYU from Oxford University, where he was vice chancellor at Yale and provost at Yale, and where he was also department chair of chemistry, and at the University of Pittsburgh, where he was department chair of chemistry. He worked closely with the School of Nursing in those institutions because as a leader and a scientist, he understands the critical nature of foundational knowledge and the implementation of that knowledge just as we do. In fact, he used to teach nursing students chemistry in Pittsburgh. Throughout his time in academic leadership positions, he has maintained his scholarly work. A distinguished chemist, he is a fellow of the Royal Society. He received his PhD from Cambridge. his master's degree from the University of British Columbia, and his undergraduate degree from Exeter University. I thank President Hamilton for making these remarks on this special day. Please now turn your attention to this message from President Andrew Hamilton.
Hello, I'm Andrew Hamilton, President of NYU. This is a joyful day indeed as we celebrate the magnificent Meyers College of Nursing class of 2022. What a class and what a year NYU Meyers has had. The college won the 2021 Health Professions Higher Education Excellence in Diversity Award, a national honor recognizing outstanding commitment to diversity and inclusion. NYU Meyers also received a major grant from the National Institutes of Health to develop the Rutgers NYU Center for Asian Health Promotion and Equity. This important initiative will serve as a research hub on health and mental health issues among Asians throughout the New Jersey, New York area. Of course, graduates, a significant portion of your studies overlapped with the pandemic. And true to the NYU spirit, you rose to the occasion. Many NYU Meyers graduate students worked on the front lines in direct patient care. Undergraduate students volunteered at vaccination sites under the supervision of nursing faculty. And members of the entire NYU Meyers community, students, faculty, staff, and alumni contributed to the art exhibition on display at 433 First Avenue, commemorating the second anniversary of the pandemic. Class of 2022, you have so much to be proud of. You are graduating from one of the premier schools of nursing in the country. You achieved your goals despite earning your degree at a time of profound upheaval, especially in the field of nursing. And each one of you has made the NYU community better by being part of it. So here's my charge to you. Wherever your path takes you after commencement, whichever community you decide to join, make it better. Find ways, small or big, to make it more compassionate, more just, more healthy, more engaged. If you keep doing that, your impact as NYU alumni will be unstoppable. Class of 2022, we hope you'll come back to see us often. On behalf of everyone at NYU, warmest congratulations to you all and our very, very best wishes.
Thank you, President Hamilton. Now, will Dr. Catherine Alicia Georges join me at the podium to accept the Helen Manzer Award? It is my honor and privilege to introduce our keynote speaker and this year's recipient of the Helen Manzer Award, Dr. Catherine Alicia Georges. And friend, a major nurse leader, a champion for community engagement, and a proud nurse. Dr. Alicia Georges, a professor and chairperson of the Department of Nursing at Lehman College, is a leader in academic nursing, health policy development, community engagement, organizational development, and healthy aging. Her leadership in these areas is known nationally and internationally through her service as a member of health policy boards, healthcare delivery boards, professional organizations, government boards, and the world's largest consumer organization board of directors. She is committed to assuring social justice and equity for marginalized and vulnerable communities. Dr. Georges served as the National Volunteer President of AARP from 2018 to 2020. AARP is the world's largest consumer organization. She served as the 5th president of the National Black Nurses Association and is the president of, and she is a lifetime member of the National Black Nurses Association and Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Dr. Georges is a fellow of the New York Academy of Medicine and the American Academy of Nursing. In 2019, she was named a living legend by the American Academy of Nursing. I was there on stage with her. In 2021, the American Academy of Nursing named her as its 2021 Lifetime Legacy Awardee, and we were proud to do that, and I handed you that right on stage. I just keep giving her awards. Dr. Georges was elected the chair of the National Easter Seals Board in October 2021. She is the first Black female volunteer to serve in that role. She received a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree from Seton Hall University College of Nursing, a Master of Arts degree in Community Health, Nursing Administration, and Supervision from New York University School of Education Division of Nursing, and a doctorate in Educational Leadership and Policy Studies from the University of Vermont. Please now accept the Helen Manzer Award. Which reads, New York University Rory Meyers College of Nursing presents this Helen Manzer Award to Catherine Alicia Georges, EDD, RN, FAAN, in recognition of exemplary leadership on behalf of the health of the nation, May 22nd, actually it's May 23rd today, 2022, and signed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Georges. There you go.
Thank you so very much, Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks. To the members of the platform party, Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks, faculty, staff, family members, significant others, and friends of the graduates, and most of all, to the class of 2022. Good morning. Congratulations to all of you on your wonderful accomplishment. As an NYU alumna, I am honored to have been asked to be your speaker, and I'm also honored to be the recipient of the Helen Manzer Award. Let me just tell you that it was in 1940, when she was director of the curricula in nursing education, that she indicated the need for nurses to have a background of higher education. That need continues today in this VUCA environment that's volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous environment in which we live. In the past 26 months, we faced an unfathomable event, the COVID-19 virus. The world changed and continues to change today because of this virulent virus. But I say to you, do not be daunted because we are faced with this disease. You have chosen a profession where you will touch people's lives in such a profoundly positive way because of your excellent preparation here at NYU. You will and must be a critical part of a healthcare field undergoing considerable change because of the pandemic and the effects of the economic downturn in our country. I can't tell you exactly how all this will shake out in the next 10 or even in the next year or two. But I think there are some fundamental truths we can be confident about that will shape your work and the future of healthcare. One, we have to remember the demographic change and the influence of social determinants of health. Another truth is a critical role of nurses, a role that I deeply believe has and will become increasingly important. 10,000 people in this country turn 65 every day. I know many of you are nowhere near that. By 2030, 1 in 5 Americans will be 65 or older. That's who you're going to be taking care of. By that time, we might have 1 million people age 100 or older. Our fastest growing age group in this country is comprised of those over 85. And the person who will live to be 150 years old has already been born someplace in this world. People want to age with dignity and purpose. And the overwhelming majority of us want to age at home. We want to have longer lifespans, but we also want to have longer health spans. Many older people are having a time of their lives, and many more could. We have to recognize and address glaring health disparities that have been driven by long-standing social determinants that exist across ethnic, racial, socioeconomic, and geographical lines, often in defiance of most promising trends in the environment as a whole. The COVID-19 brought this again to the surface. Social determinants of health, which includes areas such as homelessness, poverty, food insecurity, education, housing, and social isolation, have once again intersected. We must not forget violence. We must not forget what happened with the death of George Floyd. We must make sure that social determinants of health are a central part of the debate and decisions about improving health care. You are skilled listeners and trusted professionals. Nurses, therefore, are adept at asking and addressing the critical questions that concern social determinants. You will be critical to meeting the healthcare challenges of an aging population. You also must remember that there are 40 million family caregivers who provide care coordination, chronic disease management, and preventive care every day in this country. In light of the contributions nurses make, a contribution that will only grow as healthcare is increasingly provided in non-traditional settings, we must assure that in every state in the United States, that nurse practitioners have full authority in all of those states. As I think about the many contributions you can make as nurses, speaking out about the conscious and unconscious bias that is rampant in our society today. In many parts of our country, your zip code becomes the manner in which you are treated. We call it health disparities by location. Making automatic assumptions about patients is antithetical to good health care. The scope of your contribution will reflect your capacity for recognizing the individuality of every patient and truly listening. Listening is the most underappreciated skill, but it's a skill that nurses have. And that's why nurses are well positioned to be leaders. Think of the many assets nurses bring to a leadership role: technical knowledge through your studies and your practice, trust. For 20 consecutive years, the Gallup poll has found nursing to be the most trusted profession. The ability to keep a clear head under pressure. Ask the nurses and those of you who were out there working during the COVID-19. As you think today about your new degree and where you're headed next, I'll ask you also consider for a moment where you'll be in a few years, the skills and experience you have, and how you can put those assets to work in different arenas. I urge you in your careers to share your perspective, to look for opportunities for leadership, to find a place at the table where policies are set. People said, bring your own chair. I said, open the door and walk in. I urge you to use your voice, Nurses are pivotal in building the culture of health in our country. That culture that will embrace prevention as well as treatment. A culture that will seek to shed biases and rid the country of the chronic disease of racism. You must create a culture that meets head-on the external factors that produce such inequitable outcomes. To fully exercise that role, you must use your voice. Our communities and our country need to hear the voices of nurse leaders, not only in the hospital room, but in the boardroom, the committee room, the legislative chamber, places where budget and policy decisions are made. We need to hear the voice of nurses. Maybe someday you'll even take on an entrepreneurial role. You know, after all, with all the changes, there might be something that you can do to create a new model of care and make some money. Being resilient and having a sense of humor about life and about yourself are indispensable. Taking on a leadership role can be daunting, but probably easier at the challenges you conquered here at NYU, taking courses, completing your thesis if you had to do one, your project if you're a DNP, or your dissertation. You must become good disruptors. You must use your knowledge and use your voice. You must speak out about the erosion of the rights of persons here in the United States that are being taken away. You must use your voice to get the United States Congress to address the high cost of prescription drugs in this country. You must use your voice to get gun control in this country and stop this violence. You must use your voice to get the Congress to pass equitable voting rights in this country. You must use your voice and get everybody you know, and some you don't know, to the polls in the upcoming elections. You must use your voice to encourage, influence, and then support nurses to seek elected positions in their local, state, and national. When more and more of us speak up, we will set in motion an unstoppable tsunami. Wave, you know. With this degree in hand, you are setting your direction by a moral compass. But please remember, we must aim for collective action. We must work as a team, as nurses and with others. I want to leave you with words of a poem by Meyers that I've kind of bastardized over the years, that I believe sums up what our strategy as a team should do and how we can use our voices to assure social justice and equity. You see, we have got to act as one. We have got to believe in each other. We have got to commit ourselves to excellence. We must do whatever it takes that's legal. We must embrace a common vision, but we must also foster group intelligence. We must give others the benefit of the doubt, but we must also harness the power of many. We've got to inspire cooperation, not competition. And we've got to juggle the skills and the talents as we also kindle collaborative genius. We must look out for each other. There should be more of the we and less of the me. Not minding who gets the credit, we can overcome obstacles together. We must put our principles before our personalities, but we must quickly resolve our differences. We must recognize each other's strength, but we must share the workload. We've got to treat each other with respect. We must utilize everyone's skill. We must value everybody's input and work side by side, expecting exponential results, yearning to succeed together, and zestfully making a difference. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you, Alicia. You always challenge us, you always inspire us, and I know that the students, the graduates, no longer students, the graduates will take in your message and hear it over and over again in their head, and I'm so glad that you now have the Helen Manzer Award. It is now with great admiration that I present the Dean's Distinguished Teaching Award to Dr. Donna Hallis. Dr. Hallis, please join me at the podium. Donna Hallis is a clinical professor and director of the Pediatric Nurse Practitioner Program at New York University Meyers College of Nursing. Her faculty practice focuses on the care of high-risk children, and in particular, younger children with behavioral health problems. Dr. Hallis's first book, Pediatric Behavioral Health Care for Nurse Practitioners, A Growth and Development Approach to Intercepting Behavioral Health Problems, won the prestigious first-place American Journal of Nursing for psychiatric nursing and won third place for child health. Many of her graduate PNPs and student PNPs authored chapters in this book. Her students have won awards for their capstone projects for presentation at the Eastern Nursing Research Society and at the National Association of Pediatric Nurse Practitioners. Dr. Hallis was the first pediatric nurse practitioner appointed to the editorial board for Contemporary Pediatrics, a medical journal, and writes a monthly commentary, the PNP Corner, providing insights into clinical practice for PNPs and FNPs with a focus on prevention of medical diagnostic errors and quality of care. Dr. Hallis conducts research on vaccine hesitancy and has provided guidance for helping individuals and groups who are vaccine hesitant or refusers throughout the pandemic, not only throughout New York, but at NYU as well. She is also a faculty scholar of the International Qualitative Institute of Alberta, Canada. Dr. Hallis is a fellow and active member of the American Association of Nurse Practitioners and a fellow of the American Academy of Nursing. Just 2 weeks ago, Dr. Hallis also received NYU's Distinguished Teaching Award, one of 6 faculty in all of NYU to be honored. Dr. Hallis, please receive NYU Meyers Distinguished Teaching Award. It reads, NYU University Roy Meyers College of Nursing presents this Dean's Distinguished Teaching Award to Donna Hallis in recognition of exemplary teaching, learning approaches in nursing education, May 23rd, 2022.
I would like to thank Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks for this honor of the 2022 NYU Meyers Distinguished Teaching Award. If you could see under my mask, you would see I'm smiling so very much. It is such a lovely honor. Over the past 14 years, I've had the privilege of educating over 280 pediatric nurse practitioner students, and as of today, 294. Who are working throughout the country, making a difference in the care and well-being of our most precious resource, our children and adolescents. I have had a fabulous career as a PNP and wish, not only for my PNP graduates, but for all of you graduating today, a very successful career. We as faculty look forward to hearing from our students about your successes, and so proud of all you have done here to be here today and what you will do throughout your careers. Throughout most of my career as a PNP, I've provided healthcare services for the most vulnerable children who have been victims of domestic violence, child abuse and maltreatment, sex trafficking, or were being raised by substance-using parents. I've often heard the phrase, "they were born unlucky." However, I am amazed at their resilience and how much we can help them in a very short period of time when we're meeting them in clinical practice. I strive to make differences in their lives. I strongly believe in advocating for children and adolescents within our healthcare systems and in local, state, and national policy development that affect their health and well-being. I hope that each of you find a career path that will provide you with happiness, but I also hope you carry the tenets of the torch you have learned here at NYU Meyers. To truly serve our profession, we need to understand the beliefs and cultures of all those we serve, respect individuals, family beliefs, with a powerful desire to improve the lives of those for whom we provide expert care. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hallis. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Executive Vice Dean, Dr. Sean Clark, who will read the names of the overall distinguished students.
I now take pleasure in reading the names of 5 distinguished students nominated for their leadership and clinical excellence and for their collective contributions to the New York University Rory Meyers College of Nursing. As I read the students' names, I would ask that the students stand at their places to be recognized. Amberlynn Pantoja is hereby recognized for her scholarship, leadership, and service as a traditional baccalaureate student to the NYU Rory Meyers College of Nursing. Vanessa Pino is hereby recognized for her scholarship, leadership, and service as an accelerated baccalaureate student to the NYU Rory Meyers College of Nursing. Lauren Blandon is hereby recognized for her scholarship, leadership, and service as an accelerated baccalaureate student to the NYU Rory Meyers College of Nursing. Marianne Slacavella is hereby recognized for her scholarship, leadership, and service as a master's student to the NYU Rory Meyers College of Nursing. And Dr. Shane Gallagher is hereby recognized for his scholarship, academic commitment to DNP studies, and for his service to the NYU Rory Meyers College of Nursing.
I now take great pleasure in introducing the baccalaureate speaker, class of 22, Amberlynn Pantoja.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good morning, Dean Sullivan Marks, faculty, family, and friends. I first want to thank you all for the opportunity to stand up here and speak to you all on this amazing day. To my fellow classmates and soon-to-be graduates, I have a question for you. As Dr. Lim would ask us, can you imagine? Can you imagine what life will be like in the next few months as we pass our NCLEX and start working as registered nurses? Working those 3 12-hour shifts in the hospital, doing more than just following orders and passing medications. Can you imagine being a patient advocate? Witnessing life at its beginning or its end. Being not only a healthcare worker, but a support system. Can you imagine being a nurse? Because I can, and I think you all can too, or else we wouldn't be here today. Every one of us has faced obstacles in nursing school, some personal, others academic, and many societal. We are a diverse class that has been shattering stereotypes and challenging the status quo since enrollment here at NYU. Can you imagine if we had let those obstacles get in our way? if we had let any fears or doubts we have question our calling. I'm proud of every single one of us here today because we didn't give in. We stuck it out. We pulled those all-nighters at BOPE studying for exams. We laughed together and we cried a lot. We all read Elena Wan's emails about men resume clinics. We drank way more caffeine than is recommended for any human. And we probably paid gracefully's bills for the entire year with all of our purchases. But we did it. And it will all be worth it as we join the more than 4 million registered nurses in the country who are on the front lines helping patients every single day. We made it to the end of our baccalaureate nursing degree. All of our journeys to get here have been very different, but whether you joined straight out of high school or had a couple other careers along the way, we all followed through on our calling to the nursing profession. There are so many people to thank and definitely not enough time, so I'll keep it quick. First, thank you to all of our professors for taking us baby nursing students and filling our heads with enough knowledge to get us here today. Thank you to our clinical and simulation instructors for giving us a safe space to practice being a nurse and developing our critical thinking skills. Thank you to all the advisors and administrators at NYU Meyers for answering our countless emails and keeping our school running smoothly during a pandemic. Thank you to our families and friends that have put up with us for the past few years as we dove into our studies and took every available chance to practice skills on them. And lastly, thank you to my peers for making my undergraduate experience at NYU unforgettable. Congratulations, and please celebrate today. Thank you.
Thank you, Amberlynn. Now it's a further privilege for me to present the Master Speaker, Class of 2022, Jessica Seymour.
We did it, Class of 2022. I don't think any of us knew what we were getting ourselves into when we walked through the door of 433 First Avenue for orientation that first day. Don't get me wrong, we knew our lives were gonna change. We knew we were gonna be spending late nights working on homework, writing papers, and studying for the next exam. We knew we were gonna miss out on a lot of events with friends, but I don't think any of us expected what we actually went through. At least I didn't. That moment, back on a Monday in the spring of 2020, I know it was a Monday because I was sitting in Professor Cohen's Issues and Trends class. Our academic lives got thrown upside down. At that moment, we received an email stating the entire school was shutting down. NYU faculty had to revamp and figure out how to go from an in-person setting to remote learning entirely. Students had to adjust to this drastic change as well. Not only did we have to adapt to a new learning environment, but many of us, students and faculty, were also out on the front lines fighting the pandemic. I myself was working full-time in an emergency department. Many of my classmates had to completely and involuntarily change nursing roles to fight COVID-19. Many of those who worked in specialty units, such as PACU or ambulatory surgery, and many medical surgical nurses had to learn how to become ICU nurses with minimal, if any, training. Many of my classmates saw death on a daily basis. Then, after a brutal and demanding day, we would all go home, shower it away, and start working on our next homework assignment for school. It was tough, but it made us tough. We had to further develop our relationships with our fellow classmates via Zoom. It definitely posed its challenges. However, with everything going on in the outside world, in our nursing careers, in our personal lives, when we finally came back to person full-time in the fall of 2021, our class bond became extremely tight. We made incredible friendships that will last a lifetime. Despite not getting the complete in-person learning experience that we signed up for at the beginning, the experiences we've had, the amount we've had to endure, and the amount of adaptability we had to perform on a day-to-day basis due to all the change and uncertainty, has strengthened our skills to become some of the greatest practitioners, the greatest educators, the greatest at whatever we decide to pursue. With that said, I would like to thank New York University, Rory Meyers College of Nursing, for pushing us to be the best we could be. I would like to thank all of our friends and family for supporting us in furthering our education and allowing us to pursue our dreams. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Jessica. Now let me present the Doctor of Nursing Practice speaker, class of 22, Dr. Marilyn Lopez.
Good morning, Dean Sullivan Marks, distinguished faculty, class of 2022 graduates, family and friends. My name is Marilyn Lopez, and I'm a geriatric nurse practitioner at NYU Langone Health. With a doctorate in nursing practice. Today, I am proud to join the Doctors of Nursing Practice graduates in celebrating all our accomplishments, dedication, and commitment as nurse leaders on the front lines. It is an honor to deliver the valedictorian speech on behalf of our graduating class. To my graduating colleagues, you have proven that challenging work and dedication pays off. Congratulations. I am proud to be standing here before you in celebration. It seems like yesterday, when as doctoral students, we had our first class picture. Our next encounter as colleagues will require for us to remember to mute and unmute ourselves, to turn on the camera, make sure the virtual screens were on, to place the reality of our lives of what we were doing when we were in lockdown. The new online learning experience also piqued the interest of curious children and furry friends who at times joined our class on home computer screens. As life would have it, we were about to be confronted with the most unimaginable healthcare crisis that will be experienced around the world. This historic pandemic has challenged us as healthcare providers to rise above it all and required as future doctorally prepared nurse leaders. The demands extended to our family members and our collective culturally diverse communities as we provided care based on rapid emerging evidence to the most vulnerable populations. It took much resiliency and flexibility as we prepared to be pioneers in a new evolving healthcare system within our local, national, and global environments. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is your most powerful tool that you can use to change the world." And it almost seems impossible until it is done. As Doctorate of Nursing Practice graduates, we can be confident of our capable leadership during times of great struggle. In our journey, we have learned to survive by relying on each other's strengths. The extraordinary circumstances we have worked under have been demanding, especially in caring for our very own families while juggling our studies and professional work responsibilities. Collectively, we have relied on each other's experiences that have shaped the ability to overcome barriers during uncertain times. Therefore, as nurses, it is necessary to accept greater responsibility, and more importantly, to make a difference in helping patients navigate today's complex healthcare system. Together, we establish trust, achieve clarity about our values and beliefs, and prepare to resolve conflict as a team. I am certain we are all well equipped with the necessary tools to embark upon what lies ahead in providing equitable health care. To my fellow graduates, These past few years have made us more than friends. We're indeed a family. We have spent countless hours in studies learning how to integrate new learning formats with advanced technology, meet numerous deadlines for modules, assignment readings, forum posts, and of course, our final scholarly projects. Furthermore, as frontline nurse practitioners and midwives, we have encouraged and supported each other as we tackle tough times while making the world a safer place. This has allowed us to create lasting memories, which will bond us as professional colleagues. Today, we celebrate that bond as future alumni of NYU Rory College of Nursing and commit to mentoring, giving back, and leading the healthcare system as doctorally prepared nurses. Thank you to our professors, clinical mentors, graduating colleagues, dear friends, and most of all, our families. On a personal note, my family has always been a source of inspiration and encouragement. Without their sacrifices, I could not have achieved all that I have. More than ever, I feel the importance of paving the way as a doctorally prepared nurse leader for future nurses in today's challenging healthcare system. For those who will be following in my footsteps and who come from culturally diverse backgrounds, let my journey be an example of the possibilities. Finally, to my DNP graduates, with whom I shared many fond memories, as we close this chapter of our journey, we are now ready to begin a new chapter. As doctors of nursing practice, I wish you all good health in paving the way of your own as nursing leaders in promoting equitable global health care for everyone. Congratulations to all nursing graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn. It's amazing to think of all of our graduates who have done so much during the pandemic, and we've known Marilyn for a long time as a great clinician who now speaks so wonderfully about the DNP. I'd now like to further use a privilege to ask the PhD speaker class of 2022, Dr. Stacia Birdsall, to come to the podium.
Dean Sullivan Marks, members of the faculty and staff, graduates, guests, beloved family, and friends. It's an honor to share a few remarks on behalf of this year's PhD graduates. My own journey in nursing began nearly 20 years ago in the graduate entry program at Yale, where I quickly discovered that I was scared of needles, terrified of wounds, and frequently on the verge of passing out. In those first weeks, I thought perhaps I'd made a terrible and very expensive mistake. But propelled by the support of my classmates and my desire to make the world a better place, I pressed on, and I'm glad that I did, because I've had the great privilege of working alongside incredible nurses and midwives everywhere from Afghanistan to Haiti to Tanzania to here in New York. And I believe there are few careers as necessary, meaningful, and rewarding as ours. As nurses, we follow in the footsteps of great leaders like Florence Nightingale and her Jamaican counterpart, Mary Seacole, who overcame barriers of sexism, classism, and racism to provide care for patients and to establish our profession. And in my career, I've been inspired by nurses and midwives who have faced everything from armed conflict to cancer and to have pressed on. All of us have pressed on through the years of the pandemic. 2020 had been designated by the WHO as the year of the nurse and the midwife, and it would have been nice to celebrate with a banner and some cake, but instead, the bravery, skill, and critical work of nurses were on display like perhaps never before.
As students, all of us face stress and uncertainty. Some suffered trauma and great loss. But we pressed on, completing papers, passing exams, logging hours of learning. And we press on amid a world plagued by viruses and violence, by broken systems and human suffering. As my 10-year-old said to me the other night, "Mama, the world just feels heavy right now." It certainly does. But we don't have to carry that heaviness alone. All of us, whether as RNs, NPs, or midwives, educators, or researchers, are together in the business of mending the world, of caring, of alleviating suffering, and promoting the health and well-being of patients, communities, and populations. How do we do it? Why do we do it? We all have people and ideals that support and inspire us. For me, it's largely been the same thing that got me through med-surg: the camaraderie of fellow nurses and the deep belief that we can indeed make the world a more just and peaceful and well place. So I'm grateful for my classmates from my very first year of nursing school who got me through my first clinical rotations, and for the seasoned old L&D nurses who taught me so much when I was a new midwife. I'm grateful for my colleagues who work for equity in the public health system in New York City and around the world. And I certainly wouldn't be standing here today if it weren't for the patience and guidance of our amazing faculty here at Meyers and the encouragement and friendship of my doctoral cohort mates. The world desperately needs nurses, and we need each other. So take a moment to look around and celebrate each other. Celebrate the ways you have learned from each other and supported one another. Celebrate the accomplishment of completing your degree here together. Celebrate the beginning of a new chapter of our story, a story of making the world better, one patient, one project at a time. Congratulations, and let's continue to press on together.
Thank you, Stacia. Could I have each of our student speakers stand, and let's give them another wonderful round of applause. As a whole, those are always remarkable messages to hear. At this time, I invite Dr. Selena Gillis, Associate Dean of our undergraduate program, to come to the podium to speak about the tradition of the nursing pin, and very meaningful to me today because I am wearing my nursing pin for 50 years. Wow.
Good morning. It's truly an honor to be here with you today. I'd like to take this time to congratulate all of you on this huge accomplishment. Attending nursing school in the midst of a pandemic has not been easy, but in true Meyers fashion, you are resilient, you've stepped up to the challenge. We are here to honor you today. You have now laid the foundation for your nursing career, taking the first step in becoming the nurse leader that we hope and expect you to be. You've really worked so hard to get here. All of the late nights you spent studying, the countless hours of clinical, both virtual and in person, and all of the blood, sweat, and tears led you to this moment. You should really be proud of yourself for pushing beyond those challenges. I want you to enjoy this moment. I join every faculty member of the undergraduate program in congratulating you all. And congratulations to those who have supported you in this journey. I'd also like to say thank you to your family and your friends, those that kept you motivated when you might have thought you couldn't do it. They may not have realized, but when you started nursing school, they started nursing schools too. So, thank you for letting them practice their head-to-toe assessment on you, or teaching you about hypertension to solidify how they would communicate that with their patient. I know that your family is really proud of you. If you didn't know this already, you are now officially the the go-to person for your family and your friends. So be prepared for those "can you tell me what this rash is" text messages, or questions about their new medications. Like your patients, they trust you. They depend on you. That might seem like a huge weight to carry, but I promise you, believe me, it's the biggest reward. It really has been such a tough 2 years, and so I commend you for having the courage to go to nursing school with all of the obstacles you may have faced during this pandemic. Not only were we dealing with the public health crisis of COVID, but also the public health crisis of social injustice and systemic racism. COVID and the many social injustices people of color have faced have really highlighted the healthcare disparities and the impact of structural racism. It reinforces the need to increase diversity in nursing and combat health inequities. COVID has proved to us that we need more nurses and other healthcare professionals to keep our ever-changing healthcare systems functioning. We need nurses that are not only culturally diverse and aware, but nurses who are committed to advancing the profession and working towards eliminating health disparities and inequities. Nursing has consistently been rated the most trusted profession. So thank you so much for joining the 4 million nurses on the front line, because our healthcare system really needs you. Before we continue, I would also like to acknowledge a few groups of students. First, I would like us to recognize and thank our student leaders, including those who participated on the board of our undergraduate and graduate nursing student organization, and those who served on the e-boards of one of our student interest groups. Could you please stand and be recognized? Next, I would like to recognize those students who have demonstrated outstanding achievement in academics and leadership and were inducted into Sigma Theta Tau International, the Honor Society of Nursing. Could all of those who were inducted please stand and be recognized? Next, I would like to recognize our lead honor students for all of your hard work over these last 4 years. Could you stand and be recognized? I'd also like to recognize our Hartford Institute for Geriatric Nursing Scholar students. We look forward to seeing the work you will continue to do in caring for our older adult population. Could you all please stand and be recognized? Lastly, I'd like to thank the students who worked alongside me last year as we administered COVID vaccinations in communities of color. Because of your hard work, we were able to administer over 28,000 COVID vaccinations. So thank you. We mark this milestone event today with the awarding of the NYU Meyers Nursing Pin, which is a graduation gift from our own Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks. Let us take a moment to recognize her and thank her for her support. You received your nursing pin earlier this morning as a treasured symbol that welcomes you to the profession of nursing. I would now like to briefly discuss 4 key words that describe the event of pinning and what it means: distinction, service, pride, and honor. The first words are distinction and service. The history of the pinning ceremony can be traced back to the Crusades of the 12th century, when a group of knights receive a Maltese pin in recognition for their service in caring for the sick and injured. Also, the founder of professional nursing, Florence Nightingale, was honored with the Red Cross pin to recognize her service to injured men during the Crimean War. Afterwards, the Wolverton Royal Hospital in England initiated the tradition of presenting all graduates with a badge upon completion of their program of study. In 1880, nursing graduates at the Bellevue School of Nursing here in New York City were believed to be the first to receive a nursing pin during graduation in the United States. As with those who came before you, your NYU Meyers pin provides you with the distinction of being an esteemed Meyers graduate, but also imparts on you the call of service to your patients, families, and communities. The remaining words are pride and honor. Since the earliest days of the professional nurse in America, the nurse's pin has been a treasured symbol that conveys to others the association and bond to their school of nursing and the profession. Each pin is unique and distinctive, representing one program, upholding proud educational traditions, as well as proclaiming the geographic location of that school. The NYU Meyers pin contains the distinctive torch, which was adopted by NYU as its official logo in 1965. The torch honors NYU's constant service to the city of New York and symbolizes the torch held high by Lady Liberty in the New York Harbor. It is a torch of freedom and knowledge and symbolizes academic purpose and authority. Torches are powerful symbols. They drive away darkness, replacing the gloom with hope and light. Nightingale was dubbed the lady with the lamp after her habit of making nursing rounds at night. She introduced the light into the darkest corners, dispelling worry and fear. So hold your torch high and wear your nursing pin proudly, for there is strong evidence in doing so. So, here's to no longer completing the daily screener. Here's to no longer completing an absence form. Here's to no longer reading many of my often lengthy emails or being haunted by my voice from a Patho online learning module. Here's to no longer being in a Zoom waiting room or being told, I can't hear you, you're on mute. Here's to no longer completing a group presentation, at least for now. And I know that if you don't remember anything that you learned in nursing school, you'll remember that you defib, vfib, and pulseless VTAC. But on a serious note, remember how you've triumphed and how you've persevered, how you've been resilient, how you've supported one another. Remember the challenges you have overcome, all that you have learned. Remember to be as kind to yourself as you are to others. Remember to take care of yourself because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Remember to give yourself grace and that you won't be the expert nurse on day one. Learning is a lifelong process. We have given you the knowledge, the skills, and the attitudes that you need to provide safe and effective care for your patients. You have completed the hard part. You have survived nursing school and in a pandemic. So now it's time to begin the next part of your nursing journey. Welcome to the discipline, the art, and the practice of nursing. Welcome to the profession of true, trusted, laudable, and evidence-based service. Your nursing career can be all that you have ever hoped and dreamed for. We are excited about everything that we know you will go on to do, all that you will accomplish, and the nurse leaders that you will become. We look forward to following all of your nursing journeys. At this time, the moment we've been waiting for, I ask that all baccalaureate candidates for graduation stand and be recognized. We congratulate you. We are so proud of you, and you've made it. You may now be seated.
Conferring the baccalaureate degrees in nursing will be Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks, assisted by Dr. Selena Gillis, the Associate Dean of the Undergraduate Program, Dr. Teresa Bucko, and Dr. Beth Latimer.
It is my honor to present to you the baccalaureate candidates of the class of 2022. Our first candidate, seated on stage, Amberlyn Pantoja. Traditional overall distinguished baccalaureate student. Athena Lim, valedictorian. Carol Chin. Chloe Chen. Elena Huang. Curtis Chan. Carrie Chung. Maria Dalamba. Marina Lifshitz. Serena Hu. Hei Bin O. Rosabelle Wu, UNSO President. Betty Chen. Ryan Chong. Hannah Levitin. Shoshana Lehman. Miriam Goldman. Tamar Sampson, valedictorian. Lali Shriki. Lauren Blandon, distinguished accelerated student. Dawa Bhuti. Angela Chachi. Sarah Cohen. Raquela Calvi. Dominique Barton. Angelo Cruz Loiza. Jessie Zane. Paloma Franco. Megan Trout. Alexandra Cameron. Charles Collins. Mary Claire McVitie. Juliana Pellegrini. Jenna Walzak. Brianna Schiavone. Sage Silverstein. Emma Waldo. Julia Stengel. Ariana Stefanidis. Francesca Cinque Valedictorian. Ashley Cavatiolo. Alana Bierman. Giti Janowski. Rosa Salcedo. Jillian Sturgeon. Sarah Gall. Emma Geckel. Caitlin Moriarty, valedictorian. Jeanne Baday. Badoy. Liwen Deung. Shuin Lee. Christine Chun. Tin Lin. Sharona Levy. Daphne Yu. Annie Lin. Talia Nunez, valedictorian. Karen Lee. Rebecca Toy. Danielle Muejinda. Irina Zima. Ian Kleinfeld. Kevin Tra. Shaoni Arya. Tirza Weistein. Maya Hamburg. Naomi Bioaziz. Donna Maria Moroni, valedictorian. Quisula Georgia Dakis. Aubrey Cook. Marielle de Leon Guzman. Sophia Nicholas. Sakara Tamaki. Julie Rode. Regis Wagner. Ann Kester. Diana Lee. Sharon Joe. Adele Avezov. Vivian Lamb. Ilya Kleboyko. Serena Torres. Lauren Willis. Bakari Young Smith. Brett Provost. Abigail Holloman. Shaylin Gelderman. Marigold Tarosa. Stephanie Hernandez. Sarah Makedo. Juhi Chong. Kaulamba Flores. Lisette Guacamaya. Leslie Pino. Megan Moore Fox. Jennifer R.C. Sarah Jiang. Rowena Suklal. Jesnia Amaya. Amanda Aldana. Marine Chadori. Janelle Lopez. Stephanie Carmen Avila. Judy Hu. Livia Lundquist. Cole Verton. Sarah Murley. Giona La Greca. Nicole La Greca. Skylar Farber. Christopher Inga. Michelle Zun. Karina Zadrowski. Michael Wasserman. Helen Zheng. Kevin Ma. Queenie Huang. Natasha Castro. Evelyn Echevarria. Jeannie Jiang. Wendy Abreu. Fazilat Ergashiva. Melanie Seifred. Tanya Moyne. Amanda Singh. Alicia Bolchand. Micah Gison. David Santabanez. Brianna Katz. Ann Kim. Moselle Jules. Nicole Adele Kabarova. Nancy Marangeli. Claire Pite. Martin McGuire. Shincy Thomas. Mia Swolski. Cristela Santos. Susan Chen Valedictorian. Melody Huang. Wenyu Lu. Anna Liddy. Heather Henry. Sabby Kaur. Bonnie Zong. Lauren Ya. Aviva Kavod. Tenzing Butia. Kausar Kazi. Mondana Zengene. Aaron Gaines. Mackenzie Malvi. Corey Eckler. Catherine Christine Marin. Caitlin Mott. Jessica Klagnes. Courtney Pinto. Kavika Keahiolalalu. Kevin O'Shea. Keron Aurora. Nicholas Mensa. Taylor Pipia. Amanda Romlakon, accelerated student. Casey Oliver. Nazrat Rahman. Chaya Edelstein. Liat Shenkar. Nicole Rios. Caroline Oppenheim. Ivan Hong. Sammy Huang. Nor Chima. Fatmata Berry. Amanda Zhao. Crystal Yoon. Keegan Long. Kayla Sitaram. Shannon Orumland. Kadia Ba. Aba Edu. Lara Kalpelki. Crystal Haskins. Princess Herbert. Lauren Seegers. Mamasa Jabi. Kayla Bailey. Deja Plummer. Adedoyon Olaloku. Miriam Zedi. Veronica Reyes. Moriam Ujdin. Myra Espinal. Trevor Standen. Nia Craig. Angela Merchan. Jessica Castellon. Taylor Risotto. Patricia Gill. Samantha Talavera. Troy Campbell. Zina Salam. Min Hee Choi. Danitsia Leon. Samantha Hitt. Alexis Wasserman. Satyalia Garcia. Victoria Puza. Carissa Thomas. Michelle Luongo. Sylvia Valdez. Maxine O'Fay. Christian Perez. Trinity Gonzalez. Anthony Rios. Marlon Jordillo. Ray Suku. Latoya Shand. Michaela Kidoni. Stephanie Yoon Han. Barakat Balogun. Nazo Weda Kunsheng. Amanda Rivas. Bruno Goncalves. Jasmine Ross, valedictorian. Nazreen Pretty. Vivian Deng. Natalia Marius, valedictorian. Matthew Greenman. Jenna Hirsch. Litsi Peña. Christina Pinho. Jessica Montan Castillo. Ryan Alicia Hatzel. Kevin Amanfo. Jennifer Noel. So Young Jun. Stephanie Aguirre. Thelma Angresano. Destiny Morales. Jazkarin Verk. Shayna Hain. Sarah Kronish. Kanishke Rana. Samantha Ponce Hobby. Ava Saucy. Katie Sanders. Kelly Park. Thaler O'Neill. Actually, Tyler O'Neill. Yasmin Makia. Nicholas Rulo. Abby Spector. Ruth Bittner Valedictorian. Emily Pan. Thomas Panacella. Rafael Torres Valedictorian. Alona Farsian. Christina Sanulis. These are our baccalaureate candidates for graduation.
Conferring the Masters of Science in Nursing degrees and advanced certificates for graduates of the Masters and Advanced Certificate programs will be Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks, assisted by each respective program director.
It is my honor to present to you the Masters in the Advanced Certificate candidates for graduation. Our first candidate, seated on stage, Jessica Seymour, distinguished student, adult gerontology, primary care nurse practitioner program, and master's valedictorian. Our first graduate program, family nurse practitioner, program director, Dr. Babette Biesecker, represented today by Dr. Dorothy Holohan, program director, advanced practice nursing, palliative care. Our distinguished FNP student and specialty sequence palliative care, Rahat Kabir. Lauren Ann Lavatino. Andrea Sarabjit. Shirley Gomez. Khadija Samuel. Anna Charney. Emily Wu. Lauren Argona. Andrea Orsine. Jacqueline Wynn. Amelia Salzgiver. Melissa Roth. Emily Villafranco. Amanda Daru. Audrey Foster. Danielle Danosny. Joyce Wong. Varinia Sosa. Lucas Freshman. Tessa K. Coach. Diana Kornaeva. Anna Asianma. Our next graduate program, Adult Gerontology, Acute Care Nurse Practitioner. Program Director, Dr. Mary Brennan, who will be joined by Dr. Dorothy Holohan, our Advanced Practice Palliative Care Director. Our distinguished acute care student, Jermeen Abdelmezai. Erin McGann, distinguished palliative care student. Ashley Kenny, specialty sequence palliative care. Madina Rizayeva, specialty sequence palliative care. Alexander Emma, valedictorian. Barbara Paradis, valedictorian. Lauren Sauer, valedictorian. Rupleka Tekwani, valedictorian. Amy Zheng, valedictorian. Hannah Lee, post BS to DNP. Danielle Lee Rose, post BS to DNP. Ken Lee, post BS to DNP. Abby Liu, post BS to DNP. Patricia Poe, post BS to DNP. Nicholas Ruiz, post BS to DNP. Nicole Mintz. Brittany D'Amelio. Samira Mayette. Helen May. Tiffany Min. Axel Frometta. Luis Alvarez. Nicholas Kostelek. Adriana Zepista. Georgiana McNamara. Neselda Pabilona. Caitlin Moran. Kayla Contreras. Saba Rana. Eunice Kim. Susie Huang. Anna Young. Lauren Johnson. Caitlin Canova. Brielle Trippi. Nicole Karich. Caitlin Ryan. Fiorella Bellini Powell. Thamina Solom. Gina DeSisto. Supriya Tolani. Talia Berlin. Dina Hamandi. Our next graduate program, Adult Gerontology Primary Care Nurse Practitioner. Program Director, Dr. Leslie Faith Taub, represented today by Dr. Dorothy Holohan, Program Director, Advanced Practice Nursing, Palliative Care. Dana Ahern. Rebecca Trichia, Specialty Sequence, Palliative Care. Wei Ming Huang, Specialty Sequence, Palliative Care. Angel Zhong, Specialty Sequence, Palliative Care. Caitlin Onsman, Post-BS to DNP. Alessandra Bruzzisi, Post-BS to DNP. Roseanne Hernandez, Post-BS to DNP. Carrie King, Post-BS to DNP. Kate Yoon. Natalie Trujillo. Leticia Castro. Alexandra Schulsinger. Carrie Ann Killan. Marissa Hornacek. Amanda Murphy. Anna Moore. Charlotte Robershaw. Joanne Miwa Lu. Michelle Lee. Jani Zhou. John Damian Sullivan. Our next graduate program, Pediatric Nurse Practitioner. Program Director, Dr. Donna Hallis. Our distinguished pediatric student, Danielle Ann Lajoux. Susan Kaprzak, valedictorian, distinguished holistic nursing student. Kelly Mera, specialty sequence, palliative care. Christy Maldonado. Amy So. Lauren Cellini. Andrea D'Antonio. Haley Rosenberg. Daniela Trocchia. Emily Brown. Bridget Gilfeather. Nicole Kennedy. Hein Kim. Nicole Medvinsky. Our next graduate program, Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner. Program Director, Dr. Michelle Knapp, who is also the Program Director of Substance Use Disorders Specialty Sequence, represented today by Dr. Mary Brennan. Our distinguished psychiatric mental health student, Mary Cahill. Our distinguished substance use disorders student, Dave Ofori. Sarah Levine, valedictorian specialty sequence substance use disorders. Kaylee Walden, specialty sequence substance use disorders. Jessica Dennison, valedictorian. Emily Brotman, post BS 2DNP. Frankie Ann DiGirolamo, post BS 2DNP. Anne Kufal. Cassandra Williams. Amanda Shirley. Dwin Win. Jessica Georges. Nicole Cheng. Diana Lamb. Tina Wu. Teresa Salcido. David Benyaminov. Our next graduate program, Nurse Midwifery. Program Director, Dr. Susan Altman. Laura Good. Sarah Hall. Our next graduate program, Nursing Administration. Our program director, Professor Eloise Cathcart. Distinguished Nursing Administration student, Christina Chorney. Morgan Terlovsky. Marissa DeFilippis. Timothy Andrew Javier. Our next graduate program, Nursing Education. Program Director, Dr. Maria Mendoza. Our overall distinguished master's student and distinguished nursing education student, Marianne Slacavella. Danielle Wasserman, valedictorian. Alexandra Mikhail Bocher. Zita Varga. Allison Becker. Nicole Ramjit. Delisha Powell. Tasha Joseph. Wendy Mack. Victoria Mensa. Kristen Kelber. Our next graduate program, Nursing Informatics, Program Director, Dr. Chin Park, represented today by Dr. Maria Mendoza. Our distinguished informatics student and valedictorian, Janelle Lamella. Sarah Abraham, valedictorian. Juan Oriana, valedictorian. Casey Jessam Monina. Edelweiss Bautista Reyes. These are our Masters and Advanced Certificate candidates.
Conferring the Doctor of Nursing Practice degrees will be Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks. Dr. Mary Jo Vetter, DNP Program Director and DNP Faculty Mentors will assist Dean Sullivan Marks.
It is my true honor to present to you the Doctor of Nursing Practice candidates of the class of 2022. Our first DNP candidate, seated on stage, Dr. Marilyn Lopez, DNP valedictorian and distinguished DNP project recipient. Her faculty mentor is Dr. Tara Cortez, and her project is entitled A Nursing Educational Program Incorporating an Interprofessional Approach to Reduce Medication-Related Falls, Adverse Events, Healthcare Cost, and Promote Satisfaction. Our next DNP candidate, Dr. Lejeune Seeley Horsford, DNP valedictorian. Her faculty mentors are Dr. Victoria Von Dixon and Dr. Amy Witkowski-Stimfel. Her project is entitled Improving Preventative Screening for World Trade Center Responders through a Structured Communication Guide, a Quality Improvement Intervention. Next DNP candidates are Dr. Yvlund Kwame and Dr. Ganesh Ram, DNP valedictorian. Their faculty mentors are Dr. Victoria Von Dixon and Dr. Amy Witkowski-Stimfel, and their project is entitled Introduction of an Ergonomics Education Program to Increase Awareness of Upper Body Mechanics Among Dental Practitioners. Our next DNP candidate, Dr. Jean Cho. Her faculty mentor is Dr. Mary Jo Vetter. Her project is entitled Chronic Care Management Outreach to Improve Continuity of Care for Heart Failure Patients. Our next DNP candidate is Dr. Deborah Cassidy Pasisha, DNP valedictorian. Her faculty mentor is Dr. Mary Brennan, and her project is entitled improving self-efficacy and competence with abdominal paracentesis utilizing the Performing Abdominal Paracentesis for Patient Safety Training, PAPPST. Our next DNP candidate, Dr. Jonathan Diaz. His faculty mentor is Dr. Mary Brennan. His project is entitled Using REDCap to Improve Collection of Quality Metric Data to Identify Barriers and Improve Cardiac Rehabilitation Enrollment. Our next DNP candidate is Dr. Akila Bryant. Her faculty mentor is Dr. Selena Gillis, and her project is entitled Beyond the Diagnosis, Implementing Distress Screening in a Cancer Center. Our next DNP candidate is Dr. Samantha Levy-McKeever. Her faculty mentor is Dr. Bei Wu, and her project is entitled Kamishibai Card Rounds, Identifying Root Causes of Falls on an Inpatient Neuroscience Unit. Our next DNP candidate is Dr. Cassandra Manelis, DNP valedictorian. Her faculty mentor is Dr. Margaret McCarthy. Her project is entitled Bridging the Gap, Telehealth Training for Primary Care Providers. Our next DNP candidate is Dr. Robin Schaefer. Dr. Schaefer's faculty mentor is Dr. Madeline Nagel. Her project is entitled Mental Health Education to Improve Camp Staff's Recognition of Campers' Psychological Distress. Our next DNP candidate is Dr. Marina Sivin. Her faculty mentor is Dr. Faye Wright. Project entitled improving colorectal cancer screening rates in a federally qualified health center. Our next DNP candidate, Dr. Travis Walker. His faculty mentor is Dr. Daniel David, and his project is entitled Stress and Wellness Resources for Hospital Nurses. Our next DNP candidate is Dr. Erin Pelton Vanderven Barnes. Her faculty mentor is Dr. Dorothy Holohan, and her project is entitled Increasing Palliative Care Follow-Up with the Collaborative Patient Transition CPAT Tool. These are our DNP candidates for graduation.
Conferring the Doctor of Philosophy degree in Nursing Research and Theory Development will be Dean Eileen Sullivan Marks, Dr. Allison Squires, Florence S. Downs PhD Program in Nursing Research and Theory Development Director, and PhD faculty chairs will assist Dean Sullivan Marks.
It is truly my honor to present to you the PhD candidates of the class of 2022. Our first PhD candidate seated on stage, Dr. Stacia Birdsall, PhD valedictorian. Her PhD chairperson is Dr. Audrey Linden, and her dissertation is entitled Allostatic Load and Birth Weight Among Hispanic Latina Women in the United States, Findings from the Hispanic Community Health Study of Latinos. Our next PhD candidate, Dr. Carolyn Melissa Morelli Walsh. Her PhD faculty chairperson is Dr. Nancy Vandervanter. And her dissertation is entitled Nurses' Knowledge, Attitudes, and Beliefs About Neonatal Abstinence Syndrome and Breastfeeding. Our next PhD candidate, Dr. David Ray Garcia. Outstanding dissertation recipient. His faculty chairperson is Dr. Ann Margaret Navarra. His dissertation is entitled Syndemic Predicators of HIV Risk Behaviors Among Adolescent Gay and Bisexual Men, a secondary data analysis of the Youth Risk Behavior Survey 2015 through 2019. Our next PhD candidate is Dr. Gladys Maria Valespierre Ellett. Her faculty chairperson is Dr. Judith Haber. Her dissertation is entitled The Lived Experience of Expectant First-Time Fathers During Their Partner's Pregnancy. Our next PhD candidate, Dr. Mengyao Hu. Her PhD faculty chair is Dr. Bei Wu. Her dissertation is entitled The Role of Perceived Positive Aspects of Caregiving Among Caregivers of Older Adults with Dementia. Our next PhD candidate, Dr. Charles Tilley. His PhD faculty chair is Dr. Gail Duramo-Melkis, hooded today by Dr. John Merriman, and his dissertation is entitled Symptoms of Malignant Fungating Wounds and Impact on Functional Performance, a Multiple Methods Study. These are our PhD candidates for graduation.
At this time, I would like to congratulate this entire class of 2022. Now I would like to invite all of our graduates, nursing faculty, and nurses in our audience to stand and recite the nursing pledge, which is printed on the last page of your graduation ceremony program booklet. In the full knowledge of responsibilities I am undertaking, I promise to care for my patients with all the knowledge, skills, and understanding I possess, without regard to race, color, creed, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve meaningful life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, and hold in professional confidence all personal information entrusted to me. I will refrain from any action which might endanger the quality of life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and to give my support and cooperation to members of the health team. With full awareness of my qualifications and limitations, I will do my utmost to maximize the potential of the nursing profession and to uphold and advance the standards. As we close today's ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to thank the entire NYU Meyers community and the university for making today so successful. A heartfelt shout out again to Howard Meyers and his family in honor of Rory Meyers for their continued support in advancing nursing and in fostering innovative research. I want to thank the staff and all of the volunteers who've been up on stage in the wings, volunteers who've been devoting so many months to this after we've been a little rusty, dusting ourselves off for a real in-person event. And a special thank you to Associate Dean Amy Knowles for reading all those names. And I want to thank all of you amazing, inspiring 655 graduates of NYU Meyers class of 2022. You are indeed special, as we knew, in a momentous time. From the moment you began your studies, our mission was for you to become leaders and to challenge you to reimagine how best to deliver high-quality, humane care to patients. Well, you did it. You are ready. And I speak for all the faculty when I say we know you will rise to the occasion. But for now, take the time to celebrate this moment and the many accomplishments that you have here with you today. On behalf of Kathy O'Neill D'Amico, president of the NYU Meyers Alumni Association, who is here today cheering you on, stay connected with all of us and your classmates. We love hearing from you, and I know you'll always be part of the Meyers family. Lastly, but certainly not least, I know you relied on the support of so many people in your life to get to this point. So, your wonderful loved ones, would you please now, graduates, stand and applaud your family and friends who are here today. And remain standing and applaud your faculty who brought you through this pandemic. So thanks to everyone. It's been a wonderful pleasure and very special to be here today. We've had good weather. So please stand now as our faculty and newest graduates process out of the hall. There's Nick.
Please keep the aisles clear until the faculty recession has exited the theater. Thank you for your cooperation.